What's good, YouTube? Today I am bringing you the best wingers in FIFA 21 to use in your ultimate team to get you the best results in FUT Champions. You guys would have seen last week I did the strikers. This week I'm going to be doing wingers, and then we're going to be working our way through the whole team. So next week probably be midfielders, then wing backs, then centre backs, then goalkeepers. If you guys are enjoying this little series, what we are doing, don't forget to subscribe if you are new. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know who your favourite wingers are in FIFA 21, but I think I've got most of them covered here, but I might have missed out a few, so if I did, let me know in the comments. So yes, as I said, we are going to be covering the best wingers in FIFA 21. I'm doing a few different price ranges, so we've got the cheap, let's say like under 10k, then between 10 to let's say 100, and then 100k plus. It's sort of the price ranges we're sort of looking here. We'll start off obviously with going the cheaper and then work our way forward to the most expensive and what makes people so good in this game. I'm going to tell you right now what makes a good winger. It comes down to pace, dribbling is the main two key things. So if they've got that, they're going to most likely be a good winger, because all you want as a winger, as a lamb, right mid, right wing, left wing, whatever you want, wherever you play them, all you need them to do is be able to run down that wing, take their man on, and pass the ball inside, and a lot of the players can do that because obviously the pass isn't too difficult. So that is really what I'm looking for a winger. If they can shoot and, you know, do a little bit more, okay, that's obviously the bonus. That's what makes them players elite. But for just the standard thing, what I'm looking for in a winger is the pace and dribbling. So that's what we're looking for with these cheap players. And Gelson Martins, I used it in my 28 and 2 team on my road to glory, and I think I got it with on Xbox this weekend. I used him as my right winger, and we got 27 and 3, and he just does exactly what I needed. You know, literally he was playing next against like Ronaldo, Neymar, Mbappe's and that, and he was still holding his own. He did a job. You know, 34 games, 6 goals, 7 assists, 5-star skills, 3-star weak foot, high eye, 5 for 8, 94 pace, 85 dribble, 71 shooting, 72 passing. His finish is actually really good. I don't know what it is. It always goes top bins for me when I do shoot with him. The only problem is just like having a willingness to actually shoot with him, especially when I know I've got them better players next to him to pass off to. But really, I needed to just take some more shots with him because he's more than capable of doing it. And I've used him, I think, over like 60 games of FUT Champs, and this guy is quality, definitely worth picking up to your team. And the best thing about him, obviously, he comes in with some really nice links into the Monaco players such as Ben Yedder, also in League One, or you got the Renato Sanchez, so obviously he comes with a nice sort of links, but he's also very good in game. So look to get Gelson Martins if you're going for a cheaper price team. Porto as the right winger from La Liga, 90 pace, 79 shooting, 81 pass, 82 dribble, 79 physical, 5'6", high, 3-star skills, 4-star weak foot. Just kind of, this guy just reminds me of like an old school Pedro, when he had a bit of pace about him, obviously, back in the day. And that's exactly what it is. He's a small guy. He's going to be agile, I would assume. Yeah, he's only got 81 agility, but this is something what people don't realize. I swear, like smaller players are just more agile. I don't know what it is. It must be to do something with how the game like mechanic is with height, and it's easier to turn with them. But usually smaller players are easier to turn with. And Porto, obviously, he's only 5'6", so he is going to be better than 81 agility in my opinion when we get into the game. And obviously, just once again, that's what we're looking for. There's just a load of pace about him. He's got okay shooting, to be fair. But yeah, the main reason we're looking for him is the pace on him. Talking about pace, we've got Lozano here, 5'9", high, low, 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot, 93 pace, 75 shooting, 71 pass, 81 dribble. This is literally like your only option from the Serie A. The right wingers in Serie A are really bad if you are going with Serie A in your team. We've got obviously Inform Lozano, but that's a little bit more pricier. And then apart from Inform Lozano, I really can't think of anyone who's actually working in your team on that right side of from the Serie A. That's why I always try and look away from it. But Lozano is obviously the option here. Once again, as I said, with these players, we're just looking for a really cheap player who's just got a load of pace, and for what is probably going to be like 1k, he's definitely more than worth it in that sense. And obviously this guy is a FIFA legend, really. Back when he was playing for PSV, which you can literally see in his picture, that guy was crazy. I think he had 4-star back then. He was a crazy super sub. Carrasco, another low-key, like, this guy's been around for a few years on FIFA, but he's 5'11", high low, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, 91 pace, 81 shooting, 75 pass, 84 dribble. Yes, Carrasco is more than capable of playing on the wings, but actually, if you working with a budget and your team's not like really expensive, like 50k, let's say, Carrasco's a great option to actually move into one of them striker roles because he's got a decent height, he's got the perfect work rates for a striker. Load of pace and his shooting is really decent for somebody who starts as a winger, and obviously you can link him into Laurent and then you get some crazy chemistry with that way. Obviously you can hybrid the team and so on, but I think Carrasco's best positions are actually through the middle of the pitch rather than wide, but he's more than capable of playing that wide role in La Liga, well, not even La Liga, in your Ultimate Team. Adama Traore, 4-star skills, 2-star weak foot, high-low. We all know about Adama, you know, he's just got that 96 pace, 86 dribble, 80 physical, and obviously he lacks in the shooting and the passing, but I don't think really that matters when you got Adama. All you want that guy to do is run down that wing and cut it back for you into the box. That's literally what this guy is perfect for. And literally this guy is epitome, I can't even say the word. You know what I'm saying? He's the like ideal winger sort of player, you know, loads of pace, good dribbling. It would be, if he had like really good shooting and really good passing, obviously it'd be crazy, and obviously a better weak foot, obviously that would make him unbelievable. But for when you're looking at wingers, all you want is obviously that pace and decent dribble, and he's obviously got that, and that's why Adama's into this team. So these are the cheaper options. I would say now we're getting over to like the 10k plus players. I would say a nice thing to also have in your wingers is 5-star skills. It's not essential, but it's nice to have, because on the wing I think you can be a little bit more tricky. Use of running scoop turns, you know, the reverse elasticos, the elasticos, whatever you want. And I think the 5-star skill is obviously, that's where they've flourished? Yeah, I don't even know what words I'm using today. Is, you know, the most, it's like the best for them type of skills. So that's obviously one of the key aspects as well to add into when you're looking into these players, but mainly it's that pace and dribble. And Lucas Moura up here, 5'9", high medium, 4-star, 92 pace, 78 shooting, 72 passes, 87 dribble. Let me know in the comments how good actually this guy is this year. I didn't really use him this year at all because I just decided to use I think I used Gals and Martins in my team instead of going for like the Premier League sort of route. This guy obviously has like, I think last year he was ridiculous. I can't remember what rating was. He might be an 83 last year as well. But last year he was crazy. His shooting was like super glitched. I don't know what it was. But yeah, let me know what this guy's actually like in this FIFA. But I know last FIFA he was ridiculous. So I assume he's that good again, especially as a winger. He's obviously got the pace and the dribble. One of the favourite players, I think, with a lot of people this year, obviously you got his informers, Saint Maxime, 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, high, low, 5'8", 93 pace, 70 shooting, 72 pass, 87 dribble. And as I said about, you know, them wingers, all you want is obviously that pace, that dribble, and he's got decent enough passing, but the shooting will lack in these cheaper players. If this guy, let's say, had like 84 shooting, he would be worth 600k probably all the way through the game, but he probably would be like an 85 rated if he had 86 shooting as well. But you know what I'm saying, like if this guy had obviously that shooting, he would be worth a lot more money. His shooting does lack, so if you are trying to think, okay, my wingers do get a lot of shots, maybe Saint Maxime might not be the best option for me. He will miss a few chances just because of his shooting being so low, but definitely a viable option if you're looking for a pacey winger. And exactly the same thing here with Costa. Literally he's identical to Saint Maxime in the sense of he's really good on the ball. His pace and his dribbling is ridiculous, but when it comes to that final third, that shooting, it really does lack. I love Costa this year. He's actually one of my favourite players I've actually used, but his shooting is absolutely terrible, and he misses some absolute unbelievable chances, really, even if it's on his strong foot. So yeah, but he's quality on the ball. 93 pace, 90 dribble, 73 shooting, 79 passing, 5-star skills, 3-star weak foot. Obviously his weak foot is a bit of a lack, but on the ball this guy is ridiculous. Definitely look to get him into his team. So I think them players are all like 30k to 35k and under. Obviously we're probably looking at like 50k pluses now on these players, Ousmane Dembele being one of them. 5-star, left-footed, high medium, 5'10", 92 pace, 77 shooting, 77 passing, 86 dribble. Great player this year. I prefer to use this guy, like I said about Carrasco, through the middle. It's the same thing with Dembele. This guy is so much better through the middle if you're working with obviously a cheaper team. If you got like the Mbappes and Neymar, you're obviously not going to play Dembele through the middle, but because he's got that 5-star at such a cheap price and he's easy to link and so on, playing him as a cam / striker, whatever you want, he's a great option there. I use him in my Rose Glory and he's scoring goals for fun. Use a finisher on him if you are going to use Dembele through the middle or maybe even through the wide. His finishing was so much better when I used the finisher cam style on him. Everything you want in a winger Somebody who can even play at the top though. He's got that 5-star, which is obviously a blessing. Having that is obviously just gives you a lot more options when you're attacking. Yeah, his finishing is not elite, but with a finisher, it does definitely help, and he's definitely worth getting into your teams. Gareth Bale up next. I thought I had to add him in this year. I think he's a really good I would probably prefer to use him as a super sub if you have that type of money to get something like Bale, or use him as a like a left mid, really, because he can do that defensive duties. 4-star skills, 3-star weaver, 6'1", medium, left foot, 88 pace, 84 shooting, 82 passing, 8 dribble, 73 physical. Low-key, you could use him up top as well because he's got that height. It's kind of like that CR7 type build as such. Obviously, he hasn't got the skill move, the 5-star skills and the weak foot, but similar builds, similar pace actually as well. So maybe that could be an option there, but I think for me, I'd rather use him as that left mid because he's got some decent defensive stats as well because of his time. Obviously, when he played left back, they still haven't actually lowered them stats too crazy yet. But yeah, I would be converting Bale left mid once we get into game. Eden Hazard here, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, high medium, 5'9", 88 pace, 82 shooting, 83 pass, 92 dribble. Just one of those players who feels really nice on the ball, even without the 5-star skills. I usually say that because like 5-star skills players, in my opinion, just feel elite. They're so much better than 4-star skill players, and I don't know exactly what it is. I think even more so this year, but the way they feel on the ball when they do skill moves and such is usually a lot better than 5-star. But Hazard's really good in that sort of sense with the dribbling. Maybe because his dribbling stats super high. I would probably rather use this guy as if you play like a 4-2-3-1, I would rather use him as that central cam instead of the wide cams, because I think you could probably get a little bit more pace out on the wingers and then use Hazard through the middle where he's probably a little bit better because he's got very decent passing and shooting, and like 88 pace is like an ideal spot really when it comes to like a central cam. But he's obviously more than usable on the wings if you are looking to do that. Talking about people who are usable on the wings, it's Leeroy Sane. Once again, he's very similar into the sense of like the Adama sort of play, just loads of pace and decent dribbling. But the thing with Sane, obviously, he's got really good shooting, which obviously ups his value. And obviously, there's not too many options really when it comes to left mid Bundesliga players at the elite level. Leeroy Sane, 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot, 93 pace, 81 shooting, 79 pass, 85 dribble. Very solid option for you. As I said, he's very similar to Adama in the sense of just a guy who just runs down the wing, but he can obviously, he's got that shot option in him as well. But where Adama, you might want to look to pass it off instead of shoot with him. But Adama's a little bit glitchy at times. As I said, within this series, I'm trying to give you guys sort of tips and tricks on players I would use at certain price ranges, but I probably will miss a few players. That's just how it is. So please do let me know in the comments regarding that. But yeah, we're looking at the expensive players, are 200k plus players now. I feel like I missed somebody crazy. By the way, we're doing the non-icon versions because I'm going to give you guys the best icons in the game some point later in the year. So I just wanted to do the base gold cards. Obviously, there's like rule breaker cards, like rule breaker Di Maria is a really good option. So even though I do give you these suggestions, these are not the you must get. There is other cards to definitely look to get within the game, but I thought I'd just do the standard gold cards for you guys. We'll start off with Manin and work our way through the pitch. 4-star, high medium, 5'9", 94 pace, 90 dribble, 85 shooting, 8 pass, 76 physical. Unbelievable this year. One of the best players. He's got like the combination of Eden Hazard, where he's like that height where he's really good and movement, obviously his agility and stuff. Ridiculously good on the ball, but then he's also got like that Adama / Leeroy Sane pace, where it's just literally rapid, no one can keep up with him. And then he's got the shooting of like like a striker. His shooting is obviously 85 shooting is ridiculously high. And Sadio Mane is probably top 3 wingers I think in the game this year. I prefer, I quite often usually use Mane as that right mid spot, use him as the off-chem player in my team, and just use him obviously as his pace sort of stuff, and he's ridiculously good to get into your team. So if you've got like that 400k and you're looking to get your next upgrade before you get like the Neymar or the Mbappe, look to get Mane into your team 100%. Salah, I thought I'd put him in here because right wingers, really, there isn't actually too much options when it comes to top players at the right wing. As I just mentioned about Sane, I like to usually just put one of my left wingers on weak cam at the right wing spot. So if that's Rashford, Mane, I would rather probably use him over Salah. But Salah's definitely a good option if you just want to have a 1 on 10 cam. You're a fan of Salah or you're a fan of the Premier League. He's obviously still a very good option for you. 93 pace, 86 shooting, 81 pass and 90 dribble. He's even got 75 physical, it's actually really decent. But obviously the lack of the weak foot, I think it's a bit obvious where you're going to come. It's very similar to Messi, and it's actually crazy that I've done this team without putting Messi in this, because I actually think a lot of these players on your screen, even the cheaper players, and I'm not even joking about this, is probably better than Messi this year. Messi, I don't know what it is with him. He just doesn't feel the way he felt last year. Last year he was one of my favourite players by a long way. This year he's just not that good, and I think it's just because of the lack of dribbling in the game. You can't really use him for the best of what he's at. So yeah, he's definitely an option, but I think these players are a lot more viable. I'd rather have Sadio Mane or Rashford in my team than Messi, which is crazy to say. But Salah coming up as one of your main right wing options, but as I mentioned, I prefer to use like Rashford or Mane on weak chem or that 7 chem spot on the right. But everyone for their own, and I'll leave the main man to the end. But Marcus Rashford, 6'1", high medium, right foot, 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, 91 pace, 83 shooting, 78 passing, 85 dribble, 78 physical. As I was saying about Bale being like the very similar to Ronaldo, I think Rashford literally takes the cake for that one. Obviously, he's got the 5-star skills, the same weak foot, similar height. I think even similar work rates. I'm not actually too sure what Ronaldo's work rates are, but you get what I'm saying. He's really good at dribbling, loads of pace, decent shooting, good skill moves, good weak foot, crazy good through the middle. But with Rashford, you can literally use him anywhere. I would say right wing, like anywhere on the wings, as the ram, right mid, left mid, lamb, or even as a striker. I think his best position, depending on your price of your team and so on, is through the middle. Let's say if you're working with a team under 1 mil, his best position is about 1 mil. But if you've got a team over 1 mil, I would say his best positions on the wing. So keep that into consideration with Rashford. I think he's one of the best players this year, definitely. I've always recommended him. If you see my squad reviews, what I do for people for their FUT Champs teams, I always say with Rashford, I literally tell them all to get Rashford in their team because they're all missing him. They're all using like Gareth Bale or Lucas Moura on the right. I'm just like, just use Rashford on weak chem. Trust me, he's way better than all of them. And I would say, that's why I would say like Mane's top 3. Loki might go Neymar, Mane, Rashford, but then I think Rashford, Mane is very close, especially with, as you got the inform Rashford. That is a viable option, of course, for your team. And then the main man, the best player, probably, well, one of the best players, I was going to say the best player in the game. He's not the best player in the game. Last year, he was the best player in the game. The year before that, he was probably the best player in the game. He's still ridiculously good. Don't get it, it's twisted. But I think there's, like, Mbappe and Ronaldo's obviously a little bit better than when it comes to goal cards this year. But Neymar, high, medium, 5-star, 5-star, 91 pace, 85 shooting, 86 passing, 94 dribble. He's literally Ousmane Dembele, but on crack. Honestly, this guy is ridiculous. 30 games, 34 goals, 26 assists, which is very good considering obviously who I'm playing. And with, as you see, we have got a pack-owned Neymar here as being the first owner. I think I played him as the left striker this week on my Xbox account, but on my PlayStation I use him as a winger or a cam, depending on the formation. And he literally can play across everywhere you want. Central cam, striker, right wing, right mid, ram, left mid, lamb, left wing. You literally play him wherever you want. You can probably do a job in midfield. He's just that good in FIFA. But yeah, Neymar, easily the best winger to get into your team. If you're looking to get anyone into your team out of all these players, obviously if you've got that type of budget, Neymar. People always ask me as well, who, if I have like a certain amount, like 2 mil coins, who's the player I would build my team around? I'm not all. I've been saying to people in previous years Neymar, but this year it's Mbappe because he's just got them better links and so on. But Neymar's definitely up there, very close to him. Really good player to get into your team, so definitely recommend looking to get Neymar into your team if you have that type of money. But obviously we're looking at the elite of players when it comes to getting Neymar because he's just so expensive. But what a player he is. But that'd be it for the video, guys. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And peace.